Hey, it's Brian Burns with the Brutal Truth About Sales and Selling podcast, doing another video teaching you the perfect LinkedIn invite. Now, this is critical because what we want to do with LinkedIn is connect with people not only that we've met and know, but people that we also want to get to know. Now, you have to have a little bit of strategy here. And I'll tell you what I do, and it works well over 80% of the time, sometimes as high as 90, 95%. The only time it doesn't work is some people just don't feel comfortable connecting with others or people they haven't known yet. And that's okay. You're never going to get 100% in sales. So let's start here. And what you want to do is say you're going for a target account like, let's say, Salesforce. And then in my business, I would connect with sales managers. So I might want to find out who do I know at the first level that already works at Salesforce and then work my way up. But just for an example here, let's say sales manager and just search for that and see who comes up in my search so I can start penetrating Salesforce. So let's take somebody in recruiting. They're usually pretty open to connections. So what we want to do is easiest first and then move up the organization, more difficult. And Salesforce loading a little slow today. Must be busy over there at LinkedIn. So you come here to Michael Owens. I don't know Michael. He's a level 2 connection for me. So what I want to do is see if I have a strong level 1 connection with him. And I've got 38 plus these 3, so 41 connections with him. So I'll call that out when I invite him. We both live in the San Francisco area. He's worked for these great companies. So let's go ahead and write up a connection request for Michael. So I also use groups because everybody loves groups and it gives us a commonality. If I use groups, I don't have to have his email address. So that's very powerful. And I'll do a separate video on how to get it, even if you don't have their email address, how to create their email address. Now you've got to make the invite concise because we only have 300 characters here. And what I'll do is say, hi, Michael, be very friendly. We have 41 connections in common and are the members of several groups. I also host a sales podcast, something else that he might be interested in. And I'm looking to connect with, say, sales experts, compliment him. This way he'll feel encouraged. If I can just spell experts. And then I just close it with, I hope you're interested. And this is what I do that always helps, is that I give them an out. So if they're not interested, they just ignore it. So I say, otherwise, please just ignore. And if I have enough characters, put a nice little thank you there. Now, the key here is the commonality. So we have 41 connections in common, which means something to people. Oh, we're already in common. And we're members of several groups. I could also put that, hey, we both live in the San Francisco area. We're both interested in sales. And I hope you're interested, but otherwise, please just ignore. That way, he doesn't feel any pressure. And the key here is not to try and sell anything in this part at this stage, and to make sure your profile doesn't have you as a salesperson. So he's going to be wondering, why do you want to connect with me? Why? Because we have this in common, these connections, and I'm looking to expand my network. That's it. That's all you have to put there. You get 80, 90% response rate on this, accepting. Now, after I accept with Michael, I'm not going to pound him or spam him in any way. If I need to contact him, I'll do it, but I'll give it at least a week to chill so he doesn't feel like I'm a salesperson. And then I'll work up Michael's network to other people who are in more applicable roles. And I'll reference Michael. Hey, me and Michael are connected. I think it makes sense for us to get connected and expand our network. And I'm looking for maybe topics for my podcast. Always interested in people's input. It's a great icebreaker, great way to get started. And then you can just send your invite. Now, if you're not members of the same group, you've got a couple choices. You can join that group and then quit later if you get too many groups. You get up to 50, which is a ton. Or you just need his email address, and you just have to say something like, a friend of a friend, or we've done business together. I'm a Salesforce customer, so we've done business together. So it doesn't, it's not a deposition. It's an invite. So give this a shot. It works a lot for me. It's very simple, and just keep it to 300 characters. You can cut and paste this and just plug in the number of connections and anything else you have in common. That's it. Check out the podcast, The Brutal Truth About Sales and Selling, and these other videos, all free here on YouTube to teach you about social selling and how to connect with people on LinkedIn and how to leverage social selling into your sales process. Thanks for watching.